This is going to be a sweet video for a couple of reasons. One of the best video responses I've gotten from you guys is when I posted about an abandoned junkyard, and you guys loved it. Going back, I think you wanted to see me die, get chewed up by an alligator or something. I read the comments. Anyway, so we're going back today. My buddy Slick is with me. We're going to do some surprise footage. I can't tell you about it yet, but you're going to be blown away by technology. It's going to do like that to your brain. And we're going to, if you remember in the last video, I couldn't show you the back end of the property. It sounded dirty. But I couldn't show you the back half of the junkyard, basically because the guy who owns it says, man, back there right now, whole lot of alligators, whole lot of snakes. And that's enough for me. If somebody says there's a preponderance of alligators that will eat you and drag you, roll you under until you putrefy, they'll come back and just gnaw on you like a little chicken wing. And I had no desire to have that happen at all. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go out there today and we're going to venture into the back half of the abandoned junkyard. We go straight through the stop sign after stopping.
Okay.
And so anyway, we're gonna go into the back portion that everyone has been wanting to see. And there's another aspect of this too that I'm going to be covering, and that is the owner has a whole bunch of old cars in garages that are purposely out of the weather, out of the sun and stuff like that. I'll just give you a hint. Hemi. Old Hemi. No, older than that. So let's get on our way and let's get this adventure happening.
We could just head on down that way if you want.
Sure.
It goes way back to the swamp. This goes all the way to the swamp. And,
Well, this way, it would take an alligator killing all three of us for the story to not get told.
Yeah, I usually, like we were down here earlier and we all brought shotguns, you know, because
I almost brought a pistol, but I was like, well, I could see them.
they got down here. They got the big when you mow down here. Some of the big moccasins, they're like a head as big as your hand. They stand up and try to get at the mower. You know what I mean? So,
They killed a mower one time.
I think it's the vibration from your that pisses them off. You know.
I bet. Oh, now see, every really cool junkyard has to have a trailer with lots of cool hubcaps.
Yeah. He's got another one with more on it.
That's like a Monza Chevy.
That was a really nice fire truck, or he got that from the fire department. It was in really good shape when it came here.
I saw one in the front that was Calumet City. Oh wow, this is a Clipper, which was a.
Oh, geez, you made Clipper.
No, it's not Kaiser. It's Packard.
Was it a Packard?
Was it a Packard Clipper?
Yeah, it looks like it's been through it. It's amazing that it's still here and not rusted into complete pieces.
Still has the old bias ply tires on it. Look at how much of that's gone.
Look at this old boom truck. It used to be functional.
Now see, that's cool.
It could lift a lot too. You see, it's got the full-size winch right there. You know, with the.
Geez, look at the chain with the links on it inside there.
With a power takeoff drive. You know what I mean? Pick up like anything. We used to lift stuff until it pulled the front wheels off the ground. You would stand up like this.
You probably have a lot of stories.
Oh, out here. Yeah, I grew up out here.
The Corvair area, first generation Corvair, 60 to 64.
He had them all over there, a couple crushed in there.
Yeah, I remember seeing the front of that one. I was like, oh, ooh, that's a first generation Camaro hood. That's a 67, 68 at least, Camaro Super Sport hood. Because remember they used to have the inserts right there? 69, they went to the cowl induction hood, but you could tell somebody hot rodded it. It had the heads on it. Very cool.
And what's that back there?
Studebaker Lark over here.
Who's that back there? I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, geez. Now, see, I didn't go back in there.
Is that a Willis Butte or something? Or is that an old? Go this way.
Their famous last words.
I wonder what that is back there.
Oh, it's a guy with an axe. Hey, man. Ah! Oh. Oh, man. As they say these days, it would make good yard art. Mm-hmm. Look at what the heat has done to the glass.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, it has. It's just amazing.
I was telling you I always wanted a Studebaker, but I didn't think it was going to be like this.
There's an old pop-up camper for you.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's nothing growing inside that thing. Oh, there's a duster.
A duster.
what's that, probably 72 to 4.
Yeah, where they had 318 in them probably.
And also it's got those big bumperettes on the front, and that was mandated like
that's
73 maybe.
That's a slant 6 in that one.
Okay. The Slant 6 was yet another fantastic engine for Dodge.
You couldn't hardly kill it.
Right.
You know what I mean? This dribbler cab was kind of hard to get to, you know what I mean? But other than that, it was kind of crazy.
It was kind of weird how the intake manifold was like in the middle of the exhaust. Old Pontiac Tempest. This couch was the one I was walking by before going, I don't hope nobody's asleep on that.
You got I question why I did the back here. But, you know, what is that? That's a International or a Dodge.
Dodge.
An old
It's
Dodge.
a Dodge.
Yeah, it's an old Dodge. Yeah.
D100 or
They had it. I think those had a 318 or something like that.
now see, this is where I've stopped.
Yeah, yeah. You go much further. You get down in there, you're getting into some heavy snake stuff. We go through. I don't know what's back there, but you can go this way. Just watch.
You're in charge.
Yeah,
Whatever you recommend is what we'll do and not do.
Because they're back there, you know.
AMC Ambassador. Whoa, I've not seen one of those in a minute.
Yep. That's
The Ambassador Brome. You see how well the vinyl top treats the roof when it starts
they trap
going
that
bad.
moisture. They trap the moisture, don't they? Yeah, man, it's crazy. I remember when this thing was functional. We got it from an old dairy. Somebody's putting trash down here.
Florida weather does not, it's not kind to vehicles.
Yes, that's a. Around here, we can go back around. There's another around.
There's
There's
a couple
no
of boats back here.
Yeah, boats. Fiberglass fixer-uppers.
Good luck getting it out of here.
So we got. There's a. Did you see his fire truck? What he got with the ladder truck?
I saw one right up in the where you have to make a right toward the house.
Yeah.
There's one right there that you're aiming at nose to nose.
That's the one. He just got that one. He drove that back down here from Alcorn, Wisconsin. He bought it up there.
He drove it?
Yeah, he drove it. It took him 5 days because the maximum speed, you know, it wouldn't.
Had to keep putting out fires.
It was no, it's geared so low. You know what I mean? You couldn't get any speed out of it.
Oh, I bet.
So
Was it probably 50 max?
Yeah, there was no interstates, all back roads.
Probably a flathead. Well, probably not a flathead.
No, that has a 454 in it, the one in the front.
Oh, geez. And crazy low gearing to get all that mass moving.
Yeah. Now it'd be better if it had like an electric 2-speed or something. You could get more range out of it, but change the rear. Wow.
You just can't help but wonder the story of one of these cars.
Behind it, and just one of them, yeah.
That's kind of wild. There's an Audi over there. Audi 4000 X.
That's
Not
sure even what that is.
Yeah, a lot of those I'm kind of hazy on. Like once they get past the Model A, going through the 30s and stuff.
The old Dodges, they made a run for a while, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
They were around it for a while.
They put about a bazillion 318s in those. Old T-Bird. You know, nobody. You would think that all the T-Birds would start going up in value, but it's just those baby birds, the first ones.
Right.
These were the two Falcons that I had in the last video. Why is that one on top of that?
Well, he had a forklift with 10-foot forks, and it must have been in the way. So he picked it up and put it out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Never brought it back down.
That car right there is the reason the Mustang exists. The suspension under it and all that kind of stuff is exactly the one that they put under the Mustang later.
Old Dart. What year is that, you think?
Man, I don't know my Mopars. If I were to guess, I would say
67 or 60.
yeah, that's really close. It's a shifter on the column.
3-speed?
No, it's manual. I mean, not manual, automatic.
Automatic.
So it's almost certainly the slant, which honestly would be a fantastic drive. Oh, it says V8 on the fender.
Oh.
And a 93 to 97 Firebird on its other side. I don't have it on the front here. Chevy.
Chevy. Yep, it's got the moon caps on it. It says Chevy name.
You know what that little chrome thing on top of the headlight used to do?
It's a 42 Chevy.
There's a little hole in the bottom. When your headlights were on, this would glow, and you could tell sitting in the car that your headlights were on.
Look at here, this is a neat little trinket for somebody that's looking for one. It's the exhaust
Oh yeah, the little cover.
The Chevrolet exhaust. It actually has the Chevy logo on it. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
flattened out.
Yep.
The taillights are in great shape too.
So we got.
Now, how does the rest of this?
Well,
What happened with all the rest of this with the trailers and stuff? How did that come about?
well, it's like a mixed use property.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he put mobile homes up here originally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like there's one over there we're tearing apart because they only live so long, you know, and then you have to
Right.
recycle them. So it's mobile homes in the front and then the yard in the back.
What was put in the trucks in the front here? I see there's like 3 more trailers.
Yeah,
Is that just the truck, or is it storage too? Or
Oh, these were storage. Yeah, these trucks here are storage. But there's a fire truck up here that's pretty cool. Did you get pictures of
the
it?
American LaFrance?
Yeah, the American.
What's that one in front of it that looks like it was an old, like a T? The one in the front that has all the tin sides
That's
on it?
that's the one in the original. It's an RV, but it's made by.
Shut up!
Stewart. It's called a Stewart.
Oh, it was a factory did that.
Yeah, it's a factory RV, and it's like I don't even know what year it is. There's a data plate on the front of it.
That's a nice fire alarm on that. If you hear a chainsaw, somebody's trying to steal your
Yeah,
fire
look at
truck.
the tree. That's a picture there. The tree growing up through the fire truck.
That's the Calumet City when I was talking about.
Yeah.
There's a crank inside, and there's a little wheel right there.
You'll see it's got a data plate on it.
I saw it and didn't look closely enough last. Man, it looks like it would be based on a Model T,
It's a Stewart, whatever that. A Stewart, yeah.
like an 03 to
Stewart Motors,
27?
Buffalo.
Stewart.
In-house girly magazines in there on the.
The last time I was here, I was like, "Oh, we can't look too long; I'll get thrown off YouTube."
Yeah. That's interesting. It's pretty cool. It's neat.
Now, see, this is a cool damn trailer right here.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones I was terrified to get
These
up
are-
inside.
Look at, see all these? These are all the door handles and window crank knobs for
Oh yeah.
55, 56, 57 Chevys.
I've seen a few of those grow, and that's another common thing. Also, that steering wheel with the
Yep.
quick turn
Yeah,
on it,
yeah,
the
they
quick
put
turn knob.
the suicide knob.
Yeah, very common thing back in the day.
Yeah, there's miscellaneous trim. Somebody's in the Chevrolets would probably like to come into this shed.
Oh man, what's the gauge?
I'm not sure. It looks like a clock. It's a dash clock, I guess.
Oh geez.
Interesting.
Glove compartment door.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you got in there. Go ahead, jump in.
Oh well.
Jump in.
Old spacer. There's one of the scoop lids. Steering wheel and column.
Oh,
Now,
yeah,
see,
like-
that could be cool in an old hot rod.
The whole column, yeah.
Yeah, I in my 31 I used a 40 Ford steering column and steering wheel. Man, that's just thousands and thousands and thousands of parts.
And all these parts came down with him when he moved here from Wisconsin, from the junkyard he had up there.
How did he get them all here?
We brought down a fleet of trucks and van bodies, and a lot of them are still on the property.
Now see, this right here is kind of a little lesson in time.
Yep.
See the round dial, and one would tune it, and one would be volume and things. And this looks more like a 70s, and this is like 55 to 57, wouldn't you imagine, with the logo right
Yes.
there?
Yep.
And look at that, an under dash. He's got 2 under dash 8-track players. Oh, that is so cool. Man, everybody's radios were different. None of them looked the same. It wasn't, you didn't, a couple of camshafts. You didn't have a GM. You didn't have a Ford. You had one that was made for this body style.
Yeah, like
This
that
year.
shift linkage. Someone's looking for that. You know,
Oh, yeah.
You know, things like
Probably
that.
a 3-speed.
Yep.
Look how the tree's growing out of that.
Oh yeah. What is that? It's is that an Impala?
It's a 2-door with a sport roof. I'm going to say that is no, it's a Chrysler. Because that roof was very mid-60s Mopar. I'm going to guess 64 to 66. Well, here we are. We're introducing technology to the situation. Tell us about that drone.
This is the Deer C. This is actually a pretty cheap drone. I got it on Amazon, pretty cheap. It's awesome.
Cuts grass too.
Yeah. So we're gonna get it straight up above the canopy line right now. if you take a look right here, I've got full view. It's HD. You're talking 1080.
A bit of a reflection there.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be hard to see.
See if I can do it.
Tap on the.
Oh, okay. There we go.
And see, I can actually change the angle of the camera too. So it's actually got a gimbal. So no matter what, it's gonna stay.
Look at the birds up there looking at it. What the hell?
Actually, I was looking around earlier. I was like, man, watch one of these ospreys come up and try to take off with the drone.
Like, that drone looks delicious. All right, here's where we are in the yard. If you remember on the first video, we had our first little Falcon wagon here, which I think is among the coolest things ever. Like I said in that video, the Mustang would not have existed had it not been for the Falcon. What a cool little car. And the other Falcon wagon right up there. So that's our location. And we are now going to fly the drone, which, is that about 80 feet? Would you?
Hold on.
Something like that. Oh, does it tell you on there?
Yeah, we're about, actually we're 100 feet.
100 feet.
We're about 83 feet from where we're standing and 100 feet in the air.
That is motionless.
Yeah, it stays pretty stable. It gets a little crazy. We're actually raising up a little bit more so we can really get a better look.
All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this one off, and then we'll go to just the footage on yours. That way it'll be taking up the whole screen instead of me taking a shot of a shot of a shot. But what we're doing now is that tree line right there on the other side of it. Supposedly there's a swampy area, and that is exactly where the alligators and water moccasins and stuff like to hang out and kill people who are looking around.
Well, thanks. Why'd you bring me out here?
So you'll die and not me.
Come on,
As long as I run faster than you. That's all I need to do. All right, let's do this.
Now, call me crazy, but look out in the middle of this field here. Well, that's all swamp. It's not technically a field. This is supposedly where the gators and the water moccasins hang out. You'll see the tree line closest to us is right where we're standing. Then there's that open swamp area. And then the back tree line there is what backs up against the river. So this is the area that supposedly had some cars in it, but I don't see how they would be in the swamp area. So I think we learned a valuable lesson here.
Now we are about to go back into the very back here. There's a fiberglass boat that we just now saw for the first time. Still has an engine on it. This area, I'm looking at every root on the ground wondering if it's, because he was telling me that the heads of the water moccasins are the size of your fist. So let's go walking back in here. He's with the drone right now trying to see what's back here, but I'm going to be slow moving and very deliberate. Some kind of hopper. Okay. That trailer's old. Right back in there is something else. Now see, this looks like kind of where it ends, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else.
A whole wall right here. Like if you look beyond some of these trees, and these are trees that are native to most swamps. Like I couldn't tell you the name of that tree.
Swamp tree?
Swamp tree. Swamp tree.
Uh-oh. I think we've come back to the Civil War era, and that was a cannon.
You brought me back in time. I told you we could go to the swamp, but my girlfriend's going to be mad if I miss dinner because I'm back in time.
Wait, what's that over there?
It's opening? Let's go check it out.
That's like really open.
I saw it with a drone, but there wasn't anything I could see in there. Maybe there's just something hidden up under the tree. This is why we wear long pants, people.
Alrighty.
Yeah, all that just swamp.
Well, huh.
Why didn't I should have taken off from here.
They could have done Woodstock here. Wide open. The first time I came out to this junkyard was several years ago. I was driving out in the country in my 31 Ford Model A Roadster, the hot rod. You saw the picture of it earlier. And I came out and I drove in and I saw all this interesting stuff and didn't know anything about the story or anything. And I came up and I saw your dad inside there. He hopped on a jazzy scooter. We went out flying through and he's showing me the grounds and everything. I had no idea about, let's say, the backstory to everything? You said he got this place 50 years ago,
Yeah,
so you were a little kid.
I think it was more like, yeah, about 45, 46, 46. Yeah, I was 15.
So did you have a junkyard before,
Yeah.
or was this a totally new thing?
No, he had a junkyard in Wisconsin, south of Milwaukee, about 25 miles. And he was, he used to crush his cars with a crane, with the drop a weight on them.
Oh, I remember that, the big round one.
Right, and we'd chain them up and throw a chain under and stack them on the truck and took them into Beloit, Chicago, or north of Chicago. And, but it was nothing. He said if he would have known up there, he was crushing 55 Chevrolets and stuff like every day.
All the stuff that's big money now.
Yeah, and in the county up there where we lived at, they used to actually pay him to pick up abandoned cars here or there, and drag them in. So
that's the contract to get there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was just cleaning up everything, I mean? And or people would sell them, or really cheap. So it was cold up there, though. Southern Wisconsin.
Dealing with all the rust and everything, but there weren't water moccasins and alligators.
No.
You might slip on the ice
Yeah.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, though. You came down here about 45 years ago. The one story you told me as we were wandering through earlier is that your dad got in one of these really old fire trucks and drove it from Wisconsin?
Oh, yeah. He bought it up in Wisconsin, and it's got a 454, but it was geared low, so it took like 5 days of traveling back roads because you can't get highway speeds.
So how much did he bring down to Florida from Wisconsin?
We had about, I'm not exactly sure, he had a school bus camper, he had like 3 large box trucks and some trailers, and he hired some other people to drive down. So he brought quite a bit of stuff with him, all the keeper stuff, from the other places.
Did you ever get any cars out of here, and is that how you drove to school and all that?
Yeah, all my cars came out of the junkyard.
What were some of the cool ones? What was your favorite one?
Nothing real cool. I mean,
you got the old 4 doors with the slant 6s.
Yeah, or actually pickup trucks. I got
all. Oh, hell yeah!
I like pickup trucks, so I got that 70 Chevrolet you saw back there.
Yeah.
And then I had a 72 Ford Camper Special. Big and
which you never see anymore.
No, those were nice. Had a 360 in it. Big.
Yeah.
It was pain in the ass to work on. You know what I mean? Fords.
The bearing axle assembly in the back's kind of floater.
Yep. It was that was good. It was a strong truck though.
So as the years have gone by, you mentioned something about how it answered the question that I had the first time I saw it. I was like, why in the hell are there trailers up here and there are cars back here? And you said it's a split zone.
Yeah, it's a multi-use. It's a zone commercial, and a scrapyard / mobile home park. You know what I mean? So,
what would you like to do eventually with this? Do you want to keep this property? Do you have any kind of something in the back of your brain? What, do you have brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have a sister. She's a year older than me. She lives local.
Okay.
And I live up in North Carolina now, but I'm down here. We're doing things, helping out. And I don't know, probably it's a nice piece of property.
It's a beautiful.
Tear down some of these rentals that are all dilapidated and put some other ones in.
You and I were talking. Everybody around here is putting in condos, and I don't know if you noticed, but up the road there's a sign that said houses starting in the 800s.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
This is an area to have land, and you have a big old chunk.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Undeveloped.
Yep, undeveloped. Yeah.
Well, I saw that you also have some cars around here, and we were just taking a little tour through. You acted like you didn't know much about them, but you told told me all about every single one of them.
Yeah, I knew more than I actually remembered.
It was cool also to see some of the rusty vehicles that you said, man, I used to drive that.
Yeah.
Man, well, I want to thank you for taking the time today, and we
thank you.
We had a fantastic coming through, and we looked with the drone back toward the back, and it's honestly, I don't know if we can get back in there well enough, because it's getting a lot of stuff's getting reclaimed by God Himself.
Oh yeah, they're coming to get it. Yeah.
But man, I appreciate it, and I'll be back out to visit all the time in the hot rod. You can go for a ride the next time.
Cool, awesome.
I like doing burnouts in it. So you cool with burnouts?
Yeah, awesome.
Well, thanks, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hold on, the video is not over yet. Don't freak. I know you're thinking, where's my Hemi car? You promised us barn finds. Well, I have a lot of footage of those cars. And there is a Hemi car, and it's an early one too, and it's a beautiful car. There's also a 428 Poncho in there. Oh yeah, There's some cool cars in the next video. I honestly just kind of ran out of time. We're at like 25, 26 minutes now. And I just didn't want to make a video that lasted an hour. It's hard to keep somebody's attention for that long. You know, you just don't have an hour. So you learned, like I did, that the drone showed us beyond that back tree line on the property, there's just swamp. There are no more cars back there. It didn't make much sense to me initially anyway. Why would you have cars in the swamp? So we didn't see any alligators. We didn't see any water moccasins, thankfully. We got back totally safely. But as soon as I get the car footage edited down, man, it's everything too. It's opening every door and seeing the car for the first time with that thick dust on there. Just wait till you see them. I can't prepare you for the gloriousness of it all. So make sure you like and subscribe. And here very soon I'll have this other video done, but I want to make sure that it's done really well. It's such special cars, and you're going to dig it. Thank you for checking out the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. That's how I don't make any money yet. But one day I'm going to monetize, dang it. And that's going to be awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it.